All right, hello and welcome back to McFaddens World. This is going to be the Pantone Postcard project. So thank you for joining us in McFaddens World. Stig is here. He's sleeping next to me. So if you hear him snoring, that's him. So yeah, let's get started. All right, so what is a Pantone color? Pantone is a standardized color matching system utilizing the Pantone numbering system for identifying colors. By standardizing by standardizing the colors, different manufacturers in different locations can all reference a Pantone number color, making sure colors match without direct contact with one another. So you can have one factory on the East Coast printing a yellow that is not the same yellow as a California-based print shop is printing. So with a Pantone color, they know the exact color and what makes it up. So Pantone is used by a lot of different people. Who uses Pantones? Graphic designers, fashion people, print, packaging, retail, advertising, interior designers. They all use this colors to get different hues and tones that they might want to use. Trademark Pantones. You have something like Tiffany and Company. Those little blue boxes mean more other than something from Tiffany and Company. The Robin's Eggs blue is PMS 1837, and Pantone created exclusively for the brand. You also have Minions yellow. Pantone partnered with Universal Pictures to create a character-inspired color for the 2015 Minions movie. The color is meant to instill feelings of joy, hope, and optimism. Mattel Barbie Pink. Mattel trademarked the beautiful and bouncy Barbie Pink. It's exclusive to their line of toys and only to be used by their brand. At first thought, you might think that Barbie Pink is a color used for all little girls' toys, but in reality, it's only used for Mattel and by Mattel. Target Red. The vibrant Target Red is trademarked by Target. The color is also incredibly bold and familiar that it's hard to think of any other brand when we see it. Pantone color of the year for 2019 was Living Coral. You can see the number there, see it's named. All right, this is used by people in the design world, people making choices on what to put out next, clothing, fashion, footwear, everything that you can really think of. The colors influences our lives. So the first thing that I'm asking you to do on your Pantone postcard challenge, and let's talk about that for a second. So I'm gonna switch around here. Bear with my low-tech video solutions. Okay, so in the mail you would have gotten one of these envelopes that have your postcards in them. Okay, we've gotten something like this. In it is going to be the letter and the instructions, which we'll go over, and then 3 postcards. I've already done my examples on these, but you can see I have 3 postcards here. The first thing I want you to do, okay, and this is going to be part 1, photo objects in these colors. So you have 3 postcards. You're going to be doing 5 images for each postcard in that color, okay? So everyone has different colors. That's up to you. Close-ups do very well for this. I'm going to show you 2 examples on mine. So I have this Sulphur Spring. You can see that we used the pool noodle. That was a piece of artwork that was in the classroom, and some bananas. Another one is, I went the wrong way, I'm sorry. Another one is this yellow one that I did, okay? So here is my yellow postcard I got, all right? And you can see I took a picture of the color. I did this, again, after I did the examples on it, but I do want you to take a picture of the color that you get, okay? And then you can see that I have all different items that I thought encompass this color, all right? This went onto my Google slide. So this is part 1 in what I'm asking you to do in the Pantone postcard project. You have to have a slide with each of your colors. So you're going to have 3 slides like this that have 5 images each slide in addition to the picture of the color that you were given. All right, so this is the part 1 in the project. Part 2 is going to be an LVHN postcard. All right, these are going, excuse me, let me pop over to the other one. All right, so this one is the LVHN postcard. So for this one, I would like you to add artwork and words of thanks to this postcard. These postcards will be distributed to the nurses, doctors, medical staff who are working on the front lines and could need a boost in morale as they face the COVID-19 virus every day. Before you send the postcard, please take a photo of the artwork that you added and the note you wrote. Include this in your Google slide you share with me, okay? You can see that note is added to each of parts 2, 3, and 4. I want to make sure you take photos of your postcards before you send them. So this is the one I did. It says, "Thank you, healthcare workers." I drew STIG with a bunch of little hearts around on it. And on the back it says, "Thank you so much for all that you do for our community. Stay safe, McFadden." I've already put the postage on all your postcards, okay? All you have to do is drop this in the mailbox, put it out for your mail person, and they will get it out, okay? I also have addressed everything, so you don't have to do anything except put the note on it, do a drawing on the front, and drop it in the mail for the healthcare workers, okay? So this is part 2. Again, please make sure that you take a photo of this and the note that you write before you send this off, all right? The Part 3 is going to be a peer postcard, okay? This is one that you're going to send someone to cheer them up, make them smile, okay? So I did some artwork. I felt that this color was very reminiscent of sunflowers, so I drew some sunflowers on it. On the back it says, "You're an amazing person. I know that you will go on and do great things. Keep your chin up, McFadden." And the ones that you get, the addresses only have the address on, and I crossed off the person's name, so you're not going to know who you're sending this to. Please be appropriate. This is supposed to be uplifting to people, so please send positive messages, okay? And again, these have the postage on them. Before you send them out, make sure you take a photo of the artwork that you put on it and the note that you wrote, okay? Part 4 is going to be McFaddens World postcard, okay? Part 4. This one is going to be a named color, okay? This one is the lightest sky. I was watching a documentary about life below zero up in the Arctic, and the one thing one of the characters said was, "It was the lightest sky I've ever seen." So that kind of influenced my drawing, but it's whatever you think, okay? So you can see this was the lightest sky, and I drew a person with a dog sled mushing around a lake, okay? That's what I drew for mine. This one has my address on it. Again, it has the postage, so it will just have to be dropped in. If you want to write a note on the back of this, give me some, comforting words during this time, I would appreciate that. But again, this one is the named color for McFaddens World postcard, and you're going to draw an image on there. Okay, now a couple of things I found out with drawing on the postcards. Sharpie works really well. Those pens that I gave you in your bags, they work out really well too. Let them dry a little bit. You can see in this one I got a little smudgy. I'm left-handed and I kind of got it on my hand and then I smudged it up here. So just let it dry before you touch it. But otherwise it works really well. They stay on there pretty well. Pencil doesn't really work very well. Regular markers, like Crayola markers, they don't work very well on it. So I would say a Sharpie or a pen would be your best bet. So what you're going to do after you do all of these things and you do all of your artwork, you have to make a Google slide for me. So I'm going to spin you around one more time. I promise we're almost done with this video, okay? So let's look at our thing. Pantone Postcard Project, Part 1. You have the 3 colors that I sent you. You're going to take 5 photos of items or objects in that color. You're going to have a total of 15 photos, okay? The next slide, so this would be 3 slides for part 1. Part 2 would be 1 slide. It would be the LVHN postcard boosted morale to the healthcare workers. The next slide would be part 3, the peer postcard brighten a classmate's day. And part 4 would be the McFaddens World postcard, art inspired by this named color, okay? This project is going to be worth 300 points and is going to be graded on the 27th. As per the instruction sheet that you get, you want to send these postcards off no later than April 17th, so it gets to me by the 24th and I can grade it on the 27th. If you guys have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask. Again, my email is bmcfadden@basdschools.org. If you have anything at all, just drop me a line, let me know. Just wanted to say much love from McFadden World to yours, and I'll see you when I see you.